Joey Reese and Billy Butcher.
Show me your bright lights and your city lights, all right. I'm talking about the Yankee Rose. Yeah, I'm back. Reese still isn't back, but I'm back, and I don't know if you can hear that. I have a little whiskey on the rocks, and I did put in a little shot of Cherry Coke Zero. So, stick that in your guys' Patreon hats and
Hang on, I'm
smoke
getting
it.
some Don Q.
Oh, and Reese is digging into the rum. So show me those bright lights and your city lights, all right. I'm talking about the Yankee Rose.
What?
Who sings that?
I
Who
didn't
sings
even-
Yankee Rose?
It's David Lee Roth from the album
Yes.
Eat 'em and Smile.
Yes, when she walks, the sparks fly.
The video for that.
And on the 4th of July.
Did you not watch I just remember being at my cousin's waiting for that video to come on like once an hour because the intro was so funny.
Heck yeah.
Can you help me? My doctor says I have to take a laxative.
Wait, I don't remember this.
It was like some convenience store. There was like,
Did you know David Lee Roth recently retired?
yeah. That
He
was
says
weird.
he's not doing. I mean, I thought he retired 20 years ago, but
Right.
he says he's retired. He's not doing anything ever again.
Okay. I mean, cool. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm guessing you probably didn't listen to. So prior to Average Jerks, I was on a podcast called Cal Cagno Radio. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this for any of our listeners.
You have mentioned it before, but I have never listened to it.
Okay, so I was on Cal Cagno Radio, and so if you go back and you guys listen to that, you guys can find those. I started on the show, I believe, about episode 32-ish, somewhere in there. But we told a story on that show about the Insiders guitar player, not Kyle. It was after Kyle. His name is Michael Lloyd,
Okay.
who now runs a bar in Detroit called I think it's called like Three Rivers or something like that. Three Rivers, like Tiki Bar, something.
Okay.
And so Michael Lloyd, we told a story that after he left the Insiders because he pursued a film career in Hollywood, and he got hired by Jim Henson's company, and there was a show. Oh my goodness. There was a show on, dang it, why can't I remember anything tonight?
Booze.
Jonas was the lead singer of the Skeletones. That just came to me.
The keyboard
gonna
player
think-
was who you were talking about.
I know. I got to think of who the keyboard player was because Jonas, the lead singer, just came to me. But anyway, he did this Jim Henson's show. I believe it was on like PBS.
Yeah.
It was it was like computer animation-y type deal. Well, anyway, Michael was
Sid
a part
the
of that.
Science Guy? Was it that one?
No.
Sid the Science Kid?
No.
Oh, okay, not that.
I don't think so. I don't think it was. Maybe it was.
Or was it about
Maybe it was.
fish?
No, like the kid kind of had like dreadlocks. Is that
Yes,
Sid the Science Kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what he did. So he was part of that show in the making of it. So at some point he was doing something in a studio, and David Lee Roth was in the studio trying to record something and was getting pissed at Michael Lloyd because Michael Lloyd was spray painting something and the fumes were driving David Lee Roth nuts.
Oh my gosh.
And so we tell the story. And actually, I think now that I'm thinking of it, I think Michael told that story on an Average Jerks episode too. I think one of my first Average Jerks episodes, I interviewed him and he told that story from beginning to end. But what was funny is not only does he get in a fight, in a verbal altercation with David Lee Roth.
Jeez.
Like David Lee Roth was wearing like mom jeans. Like he was wearing, yeah. He was wearing like orthopedic shoes, mom jeans, like a denim shirt. I mean, it was bizarre. And he's yelling at Michael Lloyd, and Michael Lloyd isn't even listening to like what he's yelling at him about. All he can think of is David Lee Roth is yelling at me, and he's wearing a denim shirt with mom jeans and like orthopedic shoes. It's a hilarious story. You got to go back and listen to it.
Oh my gosh.
Listeners, you got to give that one a listen. Average Jerks. It's the Michael Lloyd episode. Or if you want to go all the way back to Cal Cagno Radio and look that one up, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are we going to do here with the Patreons?
I forgot what we had talked about. Hold on.
You said something. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear to work tomorrow. I have training tomorrow, so we have to wear business casual attire.
Okay, I said near misses in band history, jacking off on tour. And I want to hear you tell the story about somebody. All I vaguely remember of this story about somebody farting on somebody else in the van. And we had talked last week, you almost got me talking about farting games on tour. So this might go in the line with that, but we did not have farting games. The game was Please Stop Farting.
We had farting games. And so with the Insiders, it started when we had a van and trailer, and Frank Lenz of Fold Zandura, who went on to his own fame, he had enlightened us on the Knights of the Blue Flame.
Oh, I remember him talking about this.
Yeah. So he told us that you could light a fart on fire.
Yeah.
So here we are, 18-year-old kids, eyes of wonder, out experiencing the world. And he tells us that we can light our farts. So if you light a fart, you become a knight of the blue flame.
Okay.
To be a king, you have to bareback it. So to be a knight, you just fart, hold the lighter up to your shorts, whatever, like that. As the methane seeps through, it ignites. You're a knight. But if you want to be a king or a queen,
what is barebacking?
you have to do it like bare butt.
Okay.
Which can be dangerous because normally in your shorts, when you fart, your butthole then closes and the methane gas comes out and ignites.
Yeah.
But if you bareback it, it can ignite the methane that's coming out of your buns hole. And you can sometimes burn yourself within yourself. Like you can burn your rectum. So to make a power move, like a Game of Thrones, like to do a power move where you want to become the king of that blue flame and assert yourself in the hierarchy of your friendom. Some people reach out and go for that bareback.
They want to become the king.
Yeah, and like just for the bragging rights to say that you're the king. Mm-hmm. And so guys in the band started lighting farts on fire. And then it got
in the van.
In the van. It would occasionally happen in the van. And then right around that time, we bought the truck, our big tour truck that you guys have all heard about. Well, within that truck, there was a bench that if you sat on the bench, it had Velcro. It had these Velcro straps that you could roll up like a shade, like a curtain that came down. Well, that curtain was no longer there, but these Velcro straps were. Okay. And we figured out that if you connected the Velcro straps in a certain way, they were strong enough to hold ankles and feet as though they were stirrups. So
this is the luxury of not having a girl in your band.
Yeah. Oh, well, at the time, I think Leslie, my first wife, I think she was in there for some of these. And she found it hilarious. And so whenever somebody had to fart or were gassy, they would go, I need the stirrups. And they would real quick sit. And if you were sitting in that chair, you had to get out. You had to move. Because that person needed to sit there and quickly get their feet up in the stirrups. And then when their feet were in the stirrups, they could then hold their lighter themselves. If they weren't in the stirrups, it was tough because normally they were then holding their legs up.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody else had to hold the lighter, which was normally Johnny, because Johnny always... Johnny
he had to hold the potato chip bag for the poop.
Yeah. He always got... And he also had to touch Nate's hemorrhoid. Like, we made him do everything.
His wife is a Patreon.
I know. And Johnny actually reached out to me lately. Johnny reached out and was like, he always says buddy. So Johnny reached out and he was like, hey, buddy, if you ever need me on the show to tell some stories, let me know. I'd love to do it. So we can.
Yes, is the answer.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm waiting for a time where either me and you can't get together, or we got to do like another 3-way like we did with Ethan and have Johnny on. Or maybe if I can't make it, you have Johnny on, because that would probably be a lot better.
Just hear all the stories about Joe.
Exactly. The stuff that I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
So I already have, Johnny said he would do it. Nate said he would be on the show whenever we needed him on the show. So Johnny would always have to be the one to hold the lighter. So if you were in the stirrups, I don't know why I said it like that. If you were in the stirrups, your feet were up in the flying V, or happy baby, if you will. We had a lighter. We had a lighter that sat on the TV shelf for only that purpose. Nobody smoked. Nobody had candles. It was a lighter that was purchased with the sole mission of lighting farts.
Uh-huh.
So Bram was the one that I remember the most. Bram was, it seemed like Bram was always in those stirrups. Bram or Nate. And they would light them.
I'm just picturing them. You guys are watching movies. Everybody's sitting around, like, reading books, talking to their family, and these guys are, like, on the ready. Like, they're doing their thing, but also in the stirrups. Like,
yes,
I'm gonna read Kierkegaard
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It's happening.
That's
Here comes
and
my
what
baby.
you just described. What you just described was exactly what happened. Nobody was above the blue flame.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was like firemen. It was like firemen when somebody was ready to go. It was like a 911 call. When somebody was ready to go, everyone stopped what they were doing and watched or assisted in the lighting of that fart. So if you were reading a book, you weren't like, oh my gosh, they're doing it again. Nope. You closed that book and you got out to help, or you got out to watch. If you were on the phone with your family, you had to say, hey, I got to go. I'll call you back. And you would hang up.
Nate is in the stirrups. You gotta understand.
Yep. You didn't even get that out. It was just you saw Nate get to the seat, get his feet in the stirrups, and you were telling your family, gotta go, call you back. Boom. Done. It was that quick. So you didn't have to give them this big explanation and definition as to why you had to go. You didn't even give them that. Gotta go, call you back. Click. And you were there for Nate. You were there for moral support. You were there to cheer him on.
Help him with his Lamaze breathing.
Yes, I never remember. Yeah, I never remember anyone going for kingdom. Nobody ever went for king.
It's because your wife was there.
No,
No.
even so, nobody desired to be a king. I think there are far too many urban legends about, like butt hair being singed,
Yeah, or
rectums
going
being
up
singed.
your colon, like getting 3rd-degree burns up your butthole.
Yeah, nuts, all that stuff. Because I don't know if you guys, listeners, Reese, I don't know if you've ever done this. Have you ever, I'm sure you did because you were a class clown guy like me. Did you ever make a school room stink by burning your leg hair?
No. But
Did you ever do this?
Awesome.
Oh,
Like with a
you
lighter?
Can't even do it. Yeah, you take a lighter and you just. Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm getting at. You would take a lighter to burn some leg hair, but it ignites a lot quicker than you think. And so normally, as a teenager, you would take if you were in a science class.
The Bunsen
you had
burners.
a lighter.
You just
You had a lighter to
Get
light
your
the
arm
Bunsen
in it.
burner. Yep. And so you would light it and you would do a little patch of your leg hair. And you would do it real quick. It would ignite the hair. You'd pat it out. And then the room would just reek like burnt hair. You could get it to where the kid across the room was like, what is that smell? It's like burning popcorn, when you burn popcorn in a microwave. It's just unbearable. Well, ultimately, what would always happen was you would just go to burn a couple leg hair, and as soon as one hair goes, it's like that magic flaming paper that magicians use. Your entire calf would go up like a flash flame. And so that's what would always happen. In high school, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to do the old stink up the room with the hair trick. And you'd try and light a little patch, and a dollar bill size patch of hair on your calf would ignite, and you would be in fear and stamp it out, pat it out, but then the entire room would reek for hours.
Yeah.
Hours. If you had science second hour, they're still talking about it after lunch. The kids coming in for fifth hour, what is that smell? You've never
He
done that?
lit his calf on fire. No, I never
never
even
done that?
thought of that. That's a great idea.
Goodness. It's a great one even now. Even as a 44-year-old, I'd do it. I might do it tomorrow during training.
I'm gonna riff off of both of your stories and tell you about a thing that happened in high school to me.
Do it.
So in high school, I don't know if I had like a food allergy because this continued into 5-iron, but never this bad. I don't know if it was because I ate like I was always hungry, so if I got food, I would just eat like as much as I could till I was like bursting because I knew I wouldn't get food soon. Like I was not getting enough food, so I was just eating all the time. Growth spurt. And I don't think I was chewing my food very well. I think this ended when I got married, and then, like I was like having decent meals and sitting down and not on the road, just like shoving Taco Bell in my face because you're just like, we gotta go, we gotta go. So, so I maybe had eaten some sort of beans. What this was is like me. I would get on the bus going to school. Denver was like one of the first cities to do
the bus that you got kicked off of, right?
This is exactly that story.
You're gonna have to cut that part out because I don't want to ruin it. You're gonna have to edit that part out. I didn't mean to ruin your story.
It's fine. So I wasn't kicked. Actually, I was asked to not go back on the bus or to stop.
So continue.
farting.
Forget that I ever said that. Continue painting the
Okay.
picture of what.
So, well, there's two other dudes that would sit in the back of this bus. Denver was one of the first cities to do integrated busing. So they had like this down to a science. So like when I went to junior high in 7th grade and then like in 6th grade in elementary school, all the kids from the black neighborhoods would get bussed in to our neighborhood, which was Southeast Denver, and it was like kind of this middle class white neighborhood. Well, then for high school, we all went to East, which was downtown, and I want to say it was at least 60% black. I could be wrong, but it was cool because it was integration. But like, so for high school, it was like an hour bus ride either way. It was far. So these two dudes in the back with me, Dave and Tim.
These two dudes in the back with me.
We'd sit in the back. This is like junior year. Could have been senior year because I kept riding the bus. I didn't get a car, but like, so Dave one day goes, I'm king of the bus. And then he just puts his legs up over his head and just rips ass. And it smelled awful. Like he had been storing this up. Like he was just eating cabbage in a basement somewhere. And
like he had Ebola.
It was ripe. So it was
His
bad.
kidneys had liquefied from Ebola. That's what it was like.
That's what it was like. No, I mean, it was bad, but not. I mean, he just had a fart
bad.
on deck, and
Okay.
he was like, I'm king. So for that day, he became king. But this became a thing where we would try to outdo each other for farting on the way into school. And the way that it went was because I was not chewing my food. I was just inhaling stuff. I had some ripe farts on deck most of the time. And so he would be like, I'm king, or Tim would be like, I'm king of the bus. And then I would have one on deck and I would pull it out, and I would usually put these dudes
when you say pull
to
it
shame.
out,
Like
when
there
you
was
say pull it out.
farts. I could fart almost on command.
So you were pulling farts out. You weren't pulling your junk or like your butthole.
I whipped it out.
You just whipped it out.
I would just pull.
And then
like a fart was
you would
there.
bat
it was,
wing it.
It was on
You would-
deck.
You would bat wing it while you ripped the fart.
Just for extra acoustics.
Yeah.
No. So I would do this, and it would go cyclically. Like a week of these guys being like, I'm king of the bus, and every day I would fart, and then they'd be like, okay, Roper's king. And it kept going this way. And then they kind of gave up because I kept destroying them with the stink of my farts. And it
And
was
how
like,
proud. Like, what a proud moment.
right. But that, like, I was the king of the bus. And I kept asserting my dominance. And it would be like some nasty farts, like eye-watering nastiness. So about 3 months go by, and Dave had become pretty docile in this time. He was not gonna fart.
Not going to challenge you for kingdom.
We had kind of forgotten about it. But I remember this morning, I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. Like, and there is no chance in my family of like, you miss school because you feel sick. Like, the nurse is going to call your mom when you have a temperature of 107. That's how you get out of school.
Right.
So
3 organs need to be shutting down before you stay home.
yeah, so I was
Yeah, that's how it was in my family, too.
early on, like, taught, if you're sick, you're still going to school. Just,
Yeah.
So I was like, my stomach hurts. And sitting down on the bus, we're in the back, like, whatever you do in the morning. I would like study for tests. And all of a sudden, Dave goes, he rips one, and it was potent. Like, it smelled like you were breathing and eating a human turd. And it was nasty. And he was just like, I'm king of the bus. Got up in our faces. And I was like, I've got one. And I ripped this thing. And there is like, without exaggeration, I've never, ever smelled a fart this bad. I am not lying in saying that, like, as soon as it hit my own throat, I was coughing, like I was being gassed, like just like eyes just like watering, and you just saw it spreading through the bus. It never lost its potency, like it never
Like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
dissolved. It just kept going, and you would just see kids like being like, oh, like choking.
I'm homeschooling. I'm gonna homeschool.
I mean, just jumping over each other to get to the front of the bus, jumping over seats, just like frog hopping. Kids coming out in the aisle, everybody like moving toward the front of the bus because it's just like, about 20 kids. The bus driver is like, what is happening? He's like, is this a riot? Pulls the bus over, and then it hits the bus driver. We're on the side of the road, and he hits the bus driver, and he's like coughing. And he just goes, everybody get off. So, we're like on the side of the road, and there's like a field. We all get out, and we're standing there. Dave and Tim and I are just laughing hysterically because we've gotten past like how nasty it is, but like this is tremendous. The whole bus
All
is
the kids that
emptied
were
out.
on the bus. All the kids that were on the bus for integration purposes are like, "Are you kidding me?
Right.
This is what we're here for."
Like, screw this. Let's go back to racism.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the bus driver opens all the windows. Didn't say anything to me. Like, what happened, dude? Do you have ass cancer? Like, what is happening inside of your body?
You
But,
have
like,
scurvy.
open all the windows.
That smells like scurvy.
It's like 5 minutes of just airing it out because it was like a solid mass of ass poison. And it finally got out, and we got back on the bus, drove like with the windows down. I
In a
get to
Denver
school.
winter.
I know. We get to school, and third period, all of a sudden, like there's like an announcement like, Reese Roper, can you come down to the principal's office for the whole school? So I'm like, what? And everybody's like, ooh, what'd you do? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's because I farted on the bus. So I get down there. It's the same dude that busted me for getting put in the trash can and being hazed by the football guys. So Mr. Rasmussen, who they called Raz, he's like, Mr. Roper, do you want to tell me what happened on the bus this morning? And dude, I was laughing so hard.
You're like, yeah, I pooped myself.
Yeah, he's like still like trying, like not trying to be serious, dead serious. Like, this is not something to laugh at, Mr. Roper. Mr. Roper, are you laughing in my office? And I was just like, are you having this conversation with me? He was like, they had to stop the bus. What are you going to do about it? And I was just like, are you seriously talking to me about farting on the bus? Like, are you going to write me up? Do I get detention for farting? Like, what is this? And he goes, well, I've already talked to your parents.
Oh, that had to be a great call.
My mom thought it was hilarious. But like, he was just like, basically, like, I just laughed a lot. And he was like, well, you can't do it again or you will never ride the bus. Okay. And I don't know if they made me sit it out for a week. I don't think so. I think I just went back on. But like, I tried to keep it inside after that. You know, like, and also Dave never brought up King of the Bus ever again. Like, it was established. That was like chemical warfare.
They might as well have had a throne made of swords on the back of that bus because that was your kingdom.
It was mine.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Dude, it was... It burned. It burned your eyes and your throat and your nose. It was insane.
The worst fart / poop I've ever smelled in my life was the Insiders. We were in Detroit and we left for a show. I think we went to Milwaukee. We were going to play in Milwaukee and then we were going to play in Chicago and then come back home. I think it was like a weekend when we first started. Before like we were national, anything like that. It was kind of the in-between period of just being big local and then starting to branch out Milwaukee, Chicago, Cleveland, kind of around the Midwest.
Yeah.
And again, we've talked about it on this show where when you first started, you took money and that's what you had to spend. So we went to leave, and what we did is we were going to drive overnight. We were going to drive overnight to Milwaukee. And I think we were stopping in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And I think we were stopping in Kenosha because we had a hookup there, one of Nate's old friends that he had lived in Kenosha. So I think we were going to drive all night, crash at Kenosha, sleep, then like get up and, you know, or shower, whatever, then go to the show. So prior to leaving, we went out to dinner. Let's grab dinner before we leave. That's what we did. Al Brown, our trumpet player, hadn't eaten. He didn't have money to eat. And for whatever reason, none of us paid for his meal. So his thing was, that was it. His thing was, I don't need you guys to pay for my meal. I can make a meal from what's free at the table.
Okay.
So Al Brown made a meal out of the jellies that sit on diner tables.
Okay.
So he ate every single jelly like a jelly shot that was in the thing. So all he did, he did them like Jello shots. Like he would just eat and suck like an oyster, suck all the jelly out of these things, these containers. So he ate like 16 jellies.
Oh my gosh.
And then we drive overnight. And as we're driving, like he's even telling us, he's like, man, I don't feel good. I do not feel good.
Those things had been there for like 10 years.
Yeah. So we finally get to the dude's house that we're meeting up with. We've never met this guy before. Only Nate knows him.
Okay.
Never met this guy before. We pull up at his house. He's like, oh, hey, guys, nice to meet you. Al's like, where's your bathroom? He's like, inside. Al goes inside. Destroys. And now, mind you, back it up. He had let some farts out in the van because he was like, dude, I don't feel good. Like, I feel sick. And I got to get some of this pressure out. And it was like the worst, like you're saying, like some of the worst farts I've ever smelled. Then he gets to this dude's house. I don't remember the guy's house. I don't remember the guy's name. He basically like, hey, nice to meet you. Can I use your bathroom? Goes in, blows up the dude's bathroom. I don't know if he, and I want to say he clogged the toilet. Because Al was also famous for using way too much toilet paper. So between the unquantifiable amount of toilet paper that he used in this cleanup job of one of the worst poops anyone's ever taken, we always joke, like still this day we call it the jelly poop. So he did this jelly poop that stunk so bad. And then so we get to this guy's house, we tear up his bathroom, we stay for like an hour, and then we leave. At the hour
Stay
mark,
for an hour? Just destroyed
the guy's house
his
still
toilet.
smelled. Like it made the entire house stink. So much so that most of us were like, I can't even sit in the house. We sat out on the guy's like front porch. Because Al, just destroyed this dude's bathroom. To this day, you know, and let's be honest, when you talk about poops, there's usually a smell with the poop that you're like, I've smelled that before. Like, this is stronger, but I've smelled it before. Like, poop kind of has the same kind of like maybe 4 or 5 different stinks. There's like your hearty poop. There's like your hearty poop. There's a diarrhea smell. There's an egg smell. There's kind of like 4 or 5 variations. This was none of those.
Yes.
This was something I had never smelled to that point, and it is something I've never smelled since then. It was its own thing, and it was the worst own thing I've ever smelled in my life.
Oh my gosh. Wonderful.
Yeah, it was bad.
How
It was
big was
bad.
this guy's house?
It was just a normal bungalow.
And he destroyed
It
it.
was just a normal bungalow, and Al just
the guy
like,
had
Al
to
went
move
in.
afterwards. He needed
Dude,
an exorcist.
it was awful. It was awful. It was horrible. You don't even need me around. If you ever, from here on out, if you ever bump into Insiders guys, see Insiders guys, if it's the original group, so if it's me, Nate, Mike Rowland, Al Brown, Bo McCarthy, Johnny Hale. Well, that would have been Johnny. That would have been before him. That would have been Mark Holler.
Okay.
If you bump into any of us, Todd Misch, and you just bring up Al's
will
jelly
know.
poop, every single person will tell you it is the worst they've ever
No.
smelled in their life. Just
No.
destroyed it.
Dude. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, so in 5-iron, I never stopped having like super potent, stinky farts until I got married. You know, like until I had to keep it inside, and then also I was eating decently once I got married, and I wasn't like just having to scarf food down all the time.
Yeah,
it got better.
For me, it was keto. For me, whenever I eat anything that's grain or carb or starchy, that makes my stomach super gassy. When I'm in keto mode, I rarely fart, and when I do, they're not really bad.
Okay,
but that reminds me of the story that you originally brought up, where one time there was a group of us. It was me, Nate, and Todd. See, when we were in high school, our crew was me and Nate and I went to high school together. Our percussionist, Todd Misch, who went to a different high school but went to the same church as us, so he rolled with us. And then Nate's older brother, well, only brother, but he was an older brother named Mike. So it was the four of us that rolled deep all the time. Like, we were thick as thieves. So one time we're over at Nate's house, and Mike was always kind of a crazy off-the-cuff guy.
Yeah.
And so there had been some minor farting going on in the living room. Well, after a while, Mike leaves the living room, and Nate, Todd, and I are chit-chatting, and Mike comes running back in with no pants on. He's just Porky Pigging it. He's got his shirt on, no pants. He runs in, and in kind of a bending over squatting position. Not only that, but he has a butt cheek in each hand, and he is pulling them apart. He's spreading his butt cheeks apart. So he got in there and runs out, no pants on, bends over, spreads his butt cheeks, rips a huge fart. But because of all of the pre-game that had happened with the pants off, with the spreading of the cheeks, when he spread his cheeks and farted, what we can only describe as a poop comet launched out of his rectum and shot about 6 feet. It was some sort of chunk. It was some sort of solid that launched and came out and flew. It was like the Matrix. Because we were standing there, and the way he bent over and spread his cheeks is he wanted us to see his orifice as he farted. So being younger, with cat-like reflexes, we all saw this mass shoot out. And if you're wondering at home how big it was, if you know, it wasn't huge. If you know Nerds Candy, it was like the size of... If you know Nerds Candy, it was the size of a large nerd.
Okay.
So
Keep going.
He's bent over, butt cheeks spread. Suddenly his butthole is there, and we see within a split second 4 inches up his rectum, like within a split second.
The light was just right.
The light was just right. And we see his butthole open and close quickly. And in that split second of it open and closing, this nerd-sized chunk,
The butt comet.
the poo comet, came out. And it was like the Matrix. We all saw it. We were young. We had quick reflexes. Nowadays, it probably would have hit me right on the shirt before I would have moved. But back then, it shot out, and all three of us, like, matrixed this thing and, like, did back bends.
Oh, my gosh.
And this thing in slow motion went by us and landed on the carpet. Landed on the carpet. In our youth, we decided to think it was the funniest, most grotesque thing we'd ever seen. To this day, we never did anything where it landed. We never checked the carpeting. We never did any of that. Wherever it landed.
Oh my
Never.
gosh.
It could still be there to this day.
Oh,
But this
whose house
poop
was it
comet
at?
shot by. It was, man, my brain's foggy now. It was either at Nate's parents' house growing up or it was at our first band house. Now that it's coming back to me, I think it was at our first band house.
Oh my Lord.
And he honestly shot this thing 5 to 6 feet out of his butt.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just remember you
Mike
guys.
was a trip. He was the poop comet. He was the guy who was tugging at his wiener when I took that picture in the dark.
Let's tell that story.
We've told that story. That was the
We
ghost
kind
story.
of did. Okay, we're going to tell that story because we need to have the topic is masturbation. That is the topic for a future Patreon.
Yeah.
And we have to talk about
in
it.
all honesty, I don't think he was like cranking it. I think he was just kind of like, just kind of monkeying with it in the dark. Because, like, honestly, I don't think anybody
You
would be
just
like
turned around and took a
doing
picture.
that so close
and he's like,
to other people.
who just
in the
took a
dark.
picture?
Like, Mike did it. Right.
When you're on
It was
tour,
pitch black, but I don't think he was like. I think he was just kind of like. Yeah, no, we weren't on tour. It was another one of those weekend dates. Weekend dates when we had first started, and I don't. And in fact, it wasn't even an insiders thing. We had, if I remember the story and the way I told it, we were going to a Salvation Army camp. And we were just going to hang out at this camp because we had friends that were there.
Yeah.
And it was a haunted house. We couldn't sleep in the house, so we went out and slept in the van. And I was just like, I'm going to get a picture of this for, because you take pictures of historic things in your life. So I was like, this is us sleeping in the van. This was before selfies. This was like the disposable camera.
Mike is cranking one out back there, just like
Yeah, Mike is just tugging on his junk.
All
And I
right.
took the picture, and he was like,
Who just took a
did
picture?
someone just take a picture? And then like 2 months later, I get the film developed, and there he is with this donger in his hand out in the van. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think he was playing with it. Why would you get your junk out except for that purpose? Or peeing?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't think he was doing it to do that. I think he was just kind of like messing with this junk.
Okay.
I don't think he was going for the full Montague.
All right, so we're going to talk about this on a future Patreon. Masturbation. It's a real thing. It's you know what, guys? If you can't love others until you first love yourself.
That's horrible.
It's important. So, because my mom does not have a Patreon subscription, we're going to talk about it and talk about times you were caught by your other bandmates cranking one out.
Oh, that's not good.
How you cranked one out on tour. And we talked about defragging the hard drive, but
Yes.
we did not go into details, so we have to do that.
Wowzers.
Yeah,
What time are we at now?
I think we're good. I think
right.
we're good. Yeah.
I think we are too. To start another topic, I think would just dilute what the goodness that we already have.
Correct.
So Patreons, we want to thank you. We're bringing this to an end.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have some pickles or something that you guys will get first shot at buying pickles if you want them. Who really does? Nobody does. But me and Heidi are going to be making some pickles.
All right. Cheers to that.
I'm just watching Reese. Like your face, it was dead silence. I was just watching your face. It was kind of funny.
Oh, it froze up. Skype is playing tricks on us.
Yeah. So that's that, you guys. Continue to listen to the Pickle and Boot Shop. Tell somebody else. Try and get somebody else involved in it. Try and get somebody else laughing with us or at us. Check out, I know, Reese, I know lately haven't you been on some other podcasts?
Yeah. I was on.
What else?
Yes.
What else? Plug it.
I was on a podcast with my friend Bethany called The Healing Collective. And I
What
talked
was that about?
It's about feelings.
Ooh, okay.
So Bethany and her partner that she does a podcast with, they're I've known Bethany forever. She used to work for Tooth and Nail and then worked for this dude that put on shows like in like the Boston area. Super cool. But it's this podcast where they kind of coach people in these very earthy modalities. I don't want to say hippie type stuff, but there's a lot of astrology and kind of things that are side chains of that. It's like there's like good, like I don't want to sound like I'm demeaning anything, but it's like psychological, like proven scientific modalities that they use. And then they just interview people and talk about, I don't know, like their
Hippie
emotional
stuff.
journeys. It's kind of hippie stuff, but it's cool.
Yeah.
So I was just on that. And,
Okay.
Joe, you still there?
Okay,
Skype
good.
froze up.
Yeah, are you there? Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Have I done any others? Yeah. I hear you. I did, yes. I did Andrew Schwab from Project 86's, but that was before we talked to Ethan.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get better at this. I'm supposed to do some
Okay, so
other
you
guys, and I forgot to write him back.
Oh. So you guys check
Something
out
about
Reese's
ska.
other stuff. No one ever asks me. No one ever asks me. I just ride Reese's coattails. Everyone
Joe.
wants to talk to Reese. I'm just
I
chopped
don't have
liver.
coattails. That's not true.
I'm just chopped
Joe.
liver. It's fine. It's fine.
You're the.
It's fine.
You're.
But you guys,
Joe. No, Joe.
I'm the poop comment out of your rectum. You're the rectum of this podcast.
You're
Rectum
the
darn near
poop
killed
comment?
him. Yeah. And
I
so
don't know about this analogy.
check Reese out wherever podcast, whatever podcast he's on. Listen to, obviously keep listening to this, share this with others. If you want to hear my other stuff, there's Average Jerks podcast. I also do one called Jesus Junkyard or Cross Culture Critic. It's the same thing. It just changed the name. And then today I brought up back in the day when I first got into podcasting, I was kind of a co-host, a little sidekick for Cal Cagno Radio. And like I said, I think I started episode 32 or 35, somewhere in there. So check those out as well. Other than that, Patreons, I think we are done. So enjoy yourself and goodbye.
Thanks, you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Piece of pizza.